Hello and welcome to Live Wild. I'm your host, Hilary Rose. Today's episode is a really beautiful chat with broadcaster and presenter Muireann O'Connell. We touch briefly on our shared concerns around social media and the impact it can have on confidence and self-worth, especially in such a public-facing world. Muireann also shares one brilliant piece of advice for anyone hoping to work in presenting. Simple, grounded, and deeply reassuring.
Be interested. It's not about you. Not one bit of presenting a television show is about you. It's about everybody else but you. Of course, there is a style of broadcasting that is about the person.
Yes.
You bring something to it, but you are a presenter. Graham Norton, it's never about him.
Yeah.
There's very little about him on that show. It's about his guests. It's about the people that you're talking to. Everyone has a story to tell. Every single person has a story to tell. Put your ego to the side. That's one thing I would say for anyone who wants to get into this game, whether it is in the new mediums or in the older mediums. It's not about you.
It's a warm, honest chat full of laughs, the kind of conversation that leaves you feeling a little lighter. So settle in and enjoy this episode of Live Wild. Muireann, just welcome to the Live Wild podcast. I think you're so great. I'm such a fan of yours, and you know that. I am. And you have interviewed me so much,
Yes.
so many times over the years, and it's always been such a joy, and I always really look forward to it. I always enjoy it. And today, I get to interview you.
I know, and because I know your podcast and I have gotten so much from it, like we'll say, you know, when you did Insomnia, I was like, oh my God, what's going on with that? This is amazing. But I'm like, why is Hilary asking me? I don't know anything.
Because I think you're great. I think you're great.
I can't bring anything.
I think, well, you've had such a huge, long journey. And by the way, I hope I do you justice. Because you've done me justice so many times in so many interviews. I really hope I do the same for you. I really do.
I think it's so interesting when I get to talk to you, because I think that what you do is a wide breadth. And an awful lot of times people can come in and they'll be like, oh, it's Hilary Rose, comedian. And I'm like, no, she does so much more. And that comedy stuff that you started with, because you stepped away from that. Like, you're not a stand-up. You're an amazing actor.
Oh, thank you.
Like the stuff that you do. And it's kind of, and I think everything that you've done behind the young offenders, but all the other things, like this kind of journey that you've been on and what you've gotten interested in. It's fascinating, especially with your TED Talk that I was really into, the one about rest.
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
That was incredible. First of all, to get to do something like that, I can't imagine how.
Yeah. It was, and parts of it were vomit inducing, yes.
It's a TED Talk. And then that we're living in this world where it's sort of rest is a dirty word. You know? Why isn't your side hustle making you money? It's like, how dare you have a hobby? You know?
I know. It's so interesting. I think we're so overwhelmed and overburdened by measuring ourselves and measuring our success and hitting these landmarks, and life just doesn't work that way. And I've had to eventually learn that it just doesn't work that way. Went to the Pendulum Summit recently.
Yeah.
Super interesting, amazing speakers. And this one guy, Rory Sutherland, he talked about creating your own metric. And that's the one massive takeaway I took from the whole thing. It was just, I walked out and I went, oh my God, I can use that for everything from parenting to how I take care of myself to resting to my career. It's like, you know, you choose your own metric. Don't measure yourself off other people because everyone's lives are so different.
But that's where I get lost. And I get it, that's what they're saying. But I find some of it wrapped up in doublespeak, like this business speak about just living your life.
Yeah.
You know, and that's where I kind of get lost in the world of wellness. I get very confused by it, and I don't think I understand it, because it is like choose your own metric. What's that? What metric? Do you know? I'm like, oh God, I read maths now. I'm done. You know. I get confused by it. I get confused by the speak, and I'm like, just speak plain English. And that's what I really enjoy about you, Claire McKenna, people who kind of just just speak English or Gaeilge or whatever way you want to do it. But it's a
Mm,
language that I can kind of understand
mm.
because I get lost with a lot of the rest of it.
Well, speaking of languages you understand, you have had such a huge journey in broadcasting, from all the different radio stations you've been in and the different TV shows. And I sat backstage when you interviewed me a couple of weeks ago and I watched yourself and Tommy and I went, God, they just make it look so easy. I watched you flawlessly, and I'm going to say that word flawlessly, switch from EU farming policies to disturbing AI grok images,
Mm.
and then me toddling on talking about TED Talks and rest and nervous systems. And you were able to switch all those topics and be really knowledgeable, be really compassionate, be really engaged. Is that a skill that comes naturally to you, or is it something that you really had to sharpen over the years, do you think?
I think I've always been a person who knows a little about a lot. Do you know?
Nice way of
I
putting
know a
it.
little about a lot of things.
Mm.
And I'm as shallow as a puddle, just kind of, I can skim the surface. I'm good to go. And it's fine. And I find most things interesting.
Yeah.
I would always find something interesting in anything that I'm talking about. And that's why sometimes I'm kind of like, oh God, do you really care this much about it? Because I find myself getting angry over stupid things that it's like, is this going to affect your life? And it's kind of take a step back and chill out about it. But there's so many interesting things in the world that,
Yeah.
yeah, if you didn't find my job interesting, I know I'm firmly in light entertainment, but we get to do 9 different things every single day, and I get to
That's
learn from people every day. I love that.
I think that is brilliant. And also it just occurred to me you would make the perfect dinner guest. You really would. Because
No,
you would, because you could put you at any table and you'd be like, right, lads, and you get stuck into every conversation. Next time, or and like I never have dinner parties, but if I ever have a dinner party, Muireann, I'll invite you.
I know, but then I drink too much wine, and there you go. Then it all just goes downhill. And
Then it's fun, Muireann comes out. Oh, I love it. You say, I mean, I've heard you say this online before, and you literally just said it. Shallow as a puddle. I'm going to reframe that for you. I know, I'm going to reframe it if you allow me. And I'm going to say public service announcement. That's what. Like, I watch your Instagram and you do your get ready in the mornings. Muireann, I love them. You can, and you say it on it. You go, oh, shallow as a puddle, I know, and this and that, and it's hair and makeup. And I'm like, no, you've helped me. You've helped me decode my wardrobe. So I'm like, it's not. It's a public service announcement. I think you need to reframe that.
The Instagram thing started with me putting on my clothes in the morning
Mm.
was because people were texting or emailing in to the show, and that took up time of one of the team. And they were like, one of them, this is a few years ago, they were like, can you just fucking wear the same thing every day? I am sick of answering people. Like, I'm sick of this. So I just went, all right. And that's when I started doing videos to let people
Wow.
know what I was wearing. And then and I know listen, I'm no eco warrior. I absolutely am not. And I assuage my guilt all the time by being like, no kids, do you know, my carbon footprint is low because no kids,
Yeah.
which is such a cop out. It is such a massive cop out. But I do think, like, chatting to a lot of women my age who are like, oh, how you dress does make you feel a certain way.
Yeah.
I have certainly found.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you. Yeah.
And regardless of the job that you're in,
Mm.
every single job, how you dress and your comfort levels and feeling confident, it's all in one thing. And yes, it is
Mm.
shallow, but it's about us and who we present to the world and how we're feeling that day. And between the ages, when you're getting in the late 30s, early
Mm.
40s, and you're like, hold on, who am I now? Because I'm not shopping in that shop anymore. Like, yeah,
Yes.
what's going on? And next thing you're kind of moseying up to Mark's going, what's going on here? And you're like, where am I meant to be in this world?
Yeah,
Um,
funny.
so I started taking it more seriously because I found if I wasn't comfortable on telly, I couldn't do my job.
Yeah.
I couldn't do my job if I was sitting there going, well, this is, oh God, my boobs are out or my stomach is out or, I don't feel I don't feel professional or good today. Then I
Mm.
went, okay, it's all about what you're wearing. So that's why I started kind of paying a bit more attention to it.
I think that's amazing because that is part of showing up for yourself. And again, let's reframe the whole thought process that it's vanity or that it's, that it's shallow as a puddle. I'm going to use that phrase again. Like, let's reframe it. Like, it is about showing up for yourself. And I've noticed that for myself as well. There are days where I'm just like, oh my God, things haven't gone right, or you're just exhausted or you're tired. And I don't have, I'm not on camera every single day. My work
Mm.
obviously is sporadic that way. So I just go, okay, but Hillary, today just get out of a tracksuit. I mean, if you saw me at the school gates every morning,
But some days isn't that what you want? Like you want to go, I'm in my tracksuit and I feel great. I can do
yeah,
whatever the hell I want.
well, there's that too. But then I pair it with Crocs, and that's just, I do have to make an effort, Muireann.
I haven't ventured into the croc world. I watched Idiocracy too many times. I'm like, I can't do it, Hillary.
They caught me. They caught me during the pandemic, and I had the same pair of black Crocs, I'd say, for about 3 years, and I actually wore holes in the end of them, and I went, no, 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 I'm not doing this again. So I've gotten out of them now, but now I'm in Birkenstocks. I don't know which is worse.
I won't have a word said about the Birkenstocks.
Okay.
I won't have it. Those Central Europeans are comfortable people. They make good decisions, fiscally responsible, and their feet are in great shape.
You know,
So you know what I mean. Take care of the feet. The
and
rest of
equally,
myself.
if you're buying on Depop or Vinted, which I'm kind of obsessed with, I mean, that's a circular economy. It's a win-win for everybody, right?
I'm trying to get into that, but I also can see like everyone's like, oh well, now I'm buying on Vinted. I'm like, that was born once. Like who everyone is buying on Vinted to make themselves. And I agree with it. I'm like,
My God,
absolutely.
it's
I don't know how to
brilliant.
work the thing out. You have to work on your algorithm. A friend of mine said that she had been working on it for like 3 weeks. She's like, I don't do social media anymore. I've been working on my Vinted algorithm.
Oh
I
my
was like,
God.
what? She's like, this is what I do. Anytime between the kids, I'm working on the algorithm so I can get the good stuff from France.
Oh
I
my
was
gosh,
like,
it's all coming from France. I'm the same. I'm like, where's this? And it's cheap as chips. I'm like, okay, let's do
it's
it.
some serious shit. And like, I think fair play, well done. I think it's a brilliant idea.
I
I'm
think
I'm thinking about working on my algorithm.
it's a brilliant system. It's a brilliant system. And I sold, I mean, anyone who's close to me would be like, oh my God, she's telling the story again. I sold so many clothes. I sold like 70% of my wardrobe last year on one of them, Depop or Vinted or whatever. And I was just like, I just needed the clear out. I needed and then I equally bought. I didn't buy back 70% again, but I bought all fresh things in replace. And you can just, it's just a brilliant system.
But didn't that do something good for your mind? You're like, okay, I've cleared this out. This is
100%.
great. And then are you more conscious in what you're shopping and how you can make things work?
Big time. I was like
Mhm.
five out, one in. That's,
Yes.
because then you're like, okay, now I've got it down to a fine art of like a one in, one out system. It's like, okay, I don't really wear that jacket anymore, but I like that jacket. All right, well, I'll just sell one, buy the other.
That's a mindset though, isn't it? Because I just sit there and I'm like, but I might need that on the third Sunday of July in 2032
Just
because
in case.
someone might have a party where you got to hop up and down like a kangaroo, and that would be the perfect outfit to do it in.
Well, that will be the dinner party that I invite you to. So
That sounds like
if you if you
I can't wait.
if you're going to be wearing that
But
outfit, you're coming.
like I'm putting it in the diary now. I got a wall calendar. I'll get one for 3032 and put it in. It's good. It's the only way my life works. A wall calendar.
Oh, you're analog. I love that. I'm the same. Everything is pen and paper with me. I get lost in the phone. I'm like, oh my God.
You don't remember anything. I don't
Nothing.
remember anything.
No.
Don't if I don't write it down, like I'm talking, I'm a Filofax girl. Like, give me my Melanie Griffith moment in Working Girl, and I am in. The phone, I just think it's, and all these people are. Do you not have a shared calendar? Do you not have a shared calendar?
Oh,
And I
I
get that
do
that
have
would
that.
work. Yeah, no, I get that that would work, but we've got a wall calendar, and I'm writing everything in there. So I'm like, do you see that? Do you see that? Do you see that?
Well, equally, if you like to talk to each other, it's fine. If you have a shared calendar, that kind of means you don't like to talk to each other.
Maybe it does. Well, we don't have to mind children. Do you know? I'm sure that that's when you're
Oh
like,
yeah.
when you're like being in friends' houses where they actually actively sit down to dinner at 10 o'clock at night because they will not give that up. But 10
Mm,
o'clock is the time that the whole family are there.
wow.
And that's otherwise it's just boom, 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 boom.
That's a lot of coordination, to be fair. Yeah, I'm in the thick of that at the moment. Speaking of social media, we had talked about it a little bit, but I suppose a question I have, and this has been, I've been mulling over this for a while, with
Yeah.
the advent of social media and everyone doing kind of bedroom broadcasting, like, like this podcast, how do you think that that has affected or influenced or, taken away from, or if it has, traditional radio and TV over the years?
Definitely has had an effect, and I think it's brilliant that anyone can be a broadcaster. I think it's also terrifying that
Mm.
anyone can be a broadcaster to a certain extent when the amount of misinformation and disinformation that is put out there, because facts matter.
Mm.
And that I think it's right that we're held to a rigorous account by Commission Man. That is that right? Like a complaint can come in, like genuinely, they will get complaints about what I'm wearing, and it will be Commission Man will be like, well, inappropriate or whatever,
Wow.
or about something that I've said, and that has to be answered and that has to be thought through,
Mm.
and that can happen for anything that is traditional radio, television, newspapers, you call it. Well, they say that there's such a thing for social media. No, there isn't. They're not. No one
Is
is.
there?
They refuse. They're meant to be under the umbrella of Commission Man, but none of them say that they're publishers. Meta has been fighting being a publisher for years. Like,
Oh,
and when it comes to podcasts, like, you have to sit there. Stuff has happened with podcasts over the years where there have been complaints, but who do you complain to? Who are you suing? What are you
yeah,
doing?
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
it is a wild west. Of what's going on. And I just from the point of view, and I do think everyone, the fact that we have democratized this and put it out there, like I never thought that I would be on radio or television because I was told you're from Limerick. You're never going to get, on the radio in Dublin and you've got that weird name.
What?
Yeah, that weird name. And I'm like, it's an Irish name and I live in Ireland. Like, seriously? Is this where we are? And that was only a few years ago, like 15 years ago.
Crikey.
Um, so it is brilliant, but I really do worry about facts and the fact
Mm,
that um, they don't matter anymore. And we are lied
mm,
to every single day by the most powerful people on the planet. And it doesn't
mm.
seem like they're being taken to task.
Wow. And I wonder then, is this about like inner discernment, Like, yes, others need to be held accountable for what they're broadcasting, but does that then, this is just a thought that I'm coming to now, but does that then kind of have a knock-on effect where you need to have your own inner discernment as to what's true, what's false, what feels right and what feels wrong?
Yeah, but sometimes I think we're spoon-fed so much now
Mm,
that the curiosity is gone, that the fact checking, the internal fact checking isn't happening with people,
mm,
that someone will say it. Stephen Bartlett, he's a capitalist millionaire, so what he's saying must be right. And it's like, no, like, I'm really
mm,
sorry, but the algorithm, if it really rewards people who are putting out false health narratives, right?
mm.
It is, if you're looking at all these things, you're getting more and more views when you're disproving something. If you talk about a really simple example is the flat earth theory. Remember that when everyone was like,
Yeah. Wow.
the earth is flat. They found that if you Googled it, you would be brought to the earth is flat rather than the earth is round because it kept you online for longer
Okay.
because
Exploring.
it was
Oh.
disproving something that you thought was a verifiable fact. It kept you online. You start arguing with it, but next thing you might start changing your mind. Why are you online longer? Advertising.
Oh,
Want your money.
nice.
So
Wow.
it's getting you angry, keeping you online.
Keeping you
It makes
engaged.
it makes money. That is exactly what it is. And listen, I like nice things. I love nice things. I like to buy nice things, and it's great. But like capitalism is scaring the crap out of me.
Yeah.
Like like again, as we said, why isn't your side hustle making you money? Well, how about you have a job that can afford you to live in society without you having to turn everything that you enjoy in the world into a money making venture?
Hmm.
And they keep on calling it late stage capitalism. I'm like, when is it? When? How is it late? What's coming? What's coming down the tracks? Because it doesn't even feel like there's altruism left with these billionaires anymore. It's like, what do you care in? If you look back at old school millionaires, at least the Guinnesses used to build people houses. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
This is just about accumulating piles of cash at all
yeah,
costs.
piles and piles of cash. Like, I suppose you can sit there and go, well, Ryanair bought up an apartment block because they couldn't get houses for their workers to live in. So, fair play. That's something that you need to do. But
Mm, mm,
yeah, it has definitely changed social media and broadcasting from your bed. It's changed everything. It's
mm.
changed absolutely everything
It really has. It really has.
for the good
I
and for good and bad.
Yeah, absolutely
Mm.
for yeah, positive and negative reasons. Um, Being on breakfast TV means you're seen by the nation nearly every morning. Like it's a huge slot. It's massively popular. So many viewers. I don't know what the stats are, but I know that it is. How do you protect yourself from from public opinion, we'll say? Or has that arisen for you?
Um, I'm just not interesting, so it's fine.
Oh my God.
Like whatever, grand. It's like she's not interesting. Who cares? Grand. Just be as boring as I am. I don't do anything. I like sitting down, reading books, watching television, and
My God.
drinking wine. Like that's
You're
like
a girl after my own heart. You just get to do half of it live on TV. It's
I
great.
get
Not
to
the
do
wine
half of
part.
it. Yeah. Some days there's wine. It's all good. People have opinions. It it used to really bother me. Of course, some days it will bother
Yeah.
me. I suppose it got to the stage where I was posting some people's usernames when they were just being words I shall not say on your lovely podcast.
Hmm.
And because I do think accountability is important
Hmm. Hmm.
when you're just going about trying to make someone's life worse for no reason.
Yeah. Hmm.
I don't think you can say whatever you want whenever you want,
Hmm.
especially if that stuff is untrue, hurtful, vicious,
Yeah.
um,
Or irrelevant.
irrelevant lies.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I know it drives it underground when you kind of go, "Hey, this person's like whatever." Um, I know it drives it underground. I know that there's all that stuff there. Like it would be for, and I mean, as we've said, broadcasting from your bedroom. Every single person who could be listening to this,
Mm.
there is someone out there who hates you for no reason.
Yeah.
Who might not even know you. And
Mm.
once I accepted that there's people in this world I will never meet that hate me with the fire of 1,000 suns. So you're like, okay. That's their right. But I suppose spewing hate then is a bit much. But
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a small fry. There's much bigger things happen in the world,
Mm. Mm.
where people who are actually stand for something get hate for no reason, and I
Mm.
see it all the time. The viciousness, for some victims of anything that might stand up for what they believe in. So
Mm.
I'm grand. It's fine.
Mm.
Be boring. Be boring.
So you talked about commission man. Sorry, it took me a while to get that out. Um, and maybe some complaint.
It's like when you were on, I think I heard you say before, and it's certainly how I am. I can be grand speaking like a bit of Gaeilge or French when I'm just sitting down, and then as soon as there's a camera on, just
Yeah.
I can't do it anymore.
It's gone. You're like, oh, oh. The wobble in the voice happens. Oh. Or you're like, back of the class, head down.
Can't do it.
Yeah, yeah. It really holds me back with the Irish. I love attempting it, and then I
You're
just
fabulous at it. Like I genuinely think Realty St. Gaeltacht, I thought that was lovely. It's a
it,
great show.
it was lovely. I loved it. I really, really loved it, and I learned so much. It was amazing. But
You were a swat. It was great. I loved
I
it.
tried hard. I'm going to
Yeah.
go back to it. I'm going to go back to the Irish. I'm going to go back to Gaeilge, and I'm going to do a couple of lessons and stuff this
Mm.
year. But yeah, I found it a bit like. I think it was actually just taking me back to my school days where you're just like, oh Jesus, I did it wrong or whatever it was. I think that's what it brought out in me. I think I need to go to
You were a
therapy
good
for it.
pupil, were you? But you didn't want to get things wrong.
I wasn't a good pupil. I was a bit of a daydreamer. Yeah.
I would have thought you were kind of swatty
No,
in a
God,
good
no.
way.
No, I was a messer because that was my outlet for self-expression,
Okay.
and I was a daydreamer as well. I was a bit like, this is very hard. I'm gonna go out the window, and yeah, I suppose that's where the kind of creative,
Side
the,
came into it.
yeah, the creative aspect for me kind of wasn't in school, probably from the choices that I made for subject matter, and then I just had to go into the creative arts after that to satisfy that inside me.
to itch it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I totally get that. It's interesting the broad church that school is meant to be these days. And I suppose there's some teachers, I'm sure, like we all have teacher friends who are like, lads, I'm just trying to get through the day.
Totally.
If
I
I
don't know
have
how they
a
do it.
thing of I have to teach them social media, I have to teach them sex education, I've got to teach them algebra. Why don't they know how to speak Italian? Should we
Wellness,
be
wellness,
wellness? Should we be
wellness.
doing well? And I'm just like, are you doing all right? And they're just like, I genuinely am trying to get them to do some division here. And if I get that done, I'll be happy.
I know.
Everyone's like, they should be doing this in school.
I just think God bless them. God bless the teachers. I do.
Wouldn't do it. I wouldn't.
No,
And
sorry.
everyone,
Sorry. Sorry,
the
kids.
holidays, I wouldn't do it. I would not do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unreal.
Sorry, kids. I did lecture. I lectured for about a decade. In
Yeah,
Yeah, I lectured. Yeah, but that I suppose they're more grown up. They were adults. I mean,
that's
they
very
were.
different.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's a
And that
choice to be there.
yes, and that's a specific subject matter, and that was interesting. I liked engaging with them, and I thought, yeah, but younger kids, I would find that a little bit stressful. So I
It
would
is. You're
send my kids to
parenting as
school.
well.
Yeah, exactly. You are really.
Yeah, 100%.
Even though a lot of teachers would say that they find it easier to teach, mind other people's kids rather than their own. And I get that as well. It's all because you're less emotionally connected. Your nervous system isn't really attached to them. So you
Yeah.
can stand back from it a little bit.
The greatest thing in school, especially primary school, was when you were in class with someone whose parent was the teacher,
Oh,
and when they called them mom or dad, or when you accidentally called your teacher mom and dad, and that was it. You'd never live it like you
never.
were done for the week. Are you going to say hi to dad? You'd be
Yeah.
like, oh no.
You're like, hi, mom. Oh.
Oh gosh. Yeah, we still slag a friend about that. She called one of our sixth class teacher, Mr. Kennedy, dad twice. We still talk to her about it. Remember when you thought Mr. Kennedy was your dad? And you also, anyway, I shouldn't say any more about that.
Oh my God. Where did this was a right old tangent. Yes, I was talking about Comishuna Man.
Sha.
Yes. Sha. I'm going to come back to the question. The question originally was, what do you think is the toughest lesson that you've learned live on TV? I'm not necessarily that got complaints in the end, but for you
No,
personally, what was the toughest lesson that you learned live on air?
I remember one day it was on a different show than Ireland AM, and a personality doctor. I'd asked a question about, I can't remember what it was. Her views on weight loss would have been something that kind of or weight would have been something that kind of rubbed me up the wrong way. And I was like, but why? Like, it was very much like, it was just something I didn't really disagree with, that I didn't really agree with.
Mm-hmm.
And she shouted me down. And I remember going really red in the face.
Oh,
Because this was a nice little chat show and it wasn't combative. And I was used to combative stuff on the radio, but it had never really been like that on television. And I went red, red, red. Like I was Alan Carr. I was Stephen from the Traders. I was like, just boom.
oh.
And I was like, why did you get embarrassed about that? Why did you get embarrassed about having an opinion that was different from someone else? Even though I get it, this person had, degrees and all that. And I get that. But, it was more a way of being, of talking about people, putting people into a group and assigning them with certain characteristics. But I was like, it's, it just didn't jive with me very well. And it stuck with me that like, no, this is your job. Don't be getting embarrassed because someone has called you stupid. You've been called worse.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
you've got to stand up for what you think is right. Why did you get embarrassed?
Oh, wow.
So I don't think I've ever gotten embarrassed at a question since, even if it is the most stupid question in the world. I'm like, well, if I don't get this and I want to ask it, ask it. So that's one thing I learned.
I love that because you are asking a question for the audience as well and for a huge portion of the population. They're just not in the room with you. They're just not there in the room with you having to ask the question themselves. So I don't think any question is a stupid question ever. I would prefer somebody to be really refreshing and saying, I'm not really fully understanding this. Can you explain it to me further?
100%.
I find that so refreshing.
But that's That's why we're there. That's where a wonderful person I work with, Alan Hughes, he comes in with the everyman. Like he'll be like, I was sitting down, there was some politician that was in, he was like, I don't understand what you're saying. What is that?
Good.
Why can't people get this in their social welfare or whatever? He's like, I just don't. And he is, and I'm like, he's right. I don't understand it either. It's like sometimes
Mm,
when I talk about wellness and I'm just not getting it through. Alan's like, there's no stupid question about stuff like that. He's like, if I don't understand it, I want to know what they're talking about.
mm,
And he taught me an awful lot about that
mm,
of don't try to be, if you're not like, you don't have to be the smartest person in the room.
mm-hmm,
Ask the question if it's there. And
mm,
I do that as well when I'm watching TV, massive TV fan. And I'd be like, shouting at the telly. So I get that people are frustrated and
mm,
going, why aren't you asking this? But there are so many facets. That's the one thing I love about my job. Things I would never have known about. I genuinely mean that.
mm,
From really serious things like you know, increasing um maternal death, like what's going on with that at the moment, the increase in home births and things that are
mm,
surrounding all of that and movements that are pushing it to what's going on with SNAs, what's going on with classes for people who are autistic. Two, well, why are we wearing black and navy together? Like,
yeah.
I just think everything can be interesting, and I really enjoy asking those things. And there's no reason to be embarrassed about having an opinion either.
No, I think that's like that really resonates because I think even as a storyteller, you can make a story about anything. You can make a story about an elastic band. And it could
Mm.
be the most amazing Oscar-winning story. Eventually, if it gets there, it can be anything can be interesting depending on what way you reframe it.
Yeah, and it's everything's subjective. A lot of things are subjective
Mm,
as to how things are. Facts are facts,
mm,
but a lot of things can be subjective. But like you know that's what you do when you're observing something and
mm,
you're like, there's something in that.
mm.
And you turn it into these bigger moments. Like I was reading Bob Mortimer's latest book and he just had these observations that were every day. And I was like, yes, yes, yeah. Oh my God.
Mm.
And how he pointed them out. I'm like, oh my God, yes. And it is a thing.
I love
So
that. That's like a felt sense. It's just like something's catching my attention here. I always say follow the golden thread. Something's catching my attention here. What is it? What do I need to explore? You know.
yeah. And that's something that you can do, right? And I think that that's a beautiful thing that
Mm.
you're able to do through, I suppose we all know you making people laugh at them, like with the young offenders, but you do so much, like
Mm.
that with so many things, but you're there to express things
Yeah.
in in a subtle way, sometimes subtly and sometimes it can be overt. I do find, like, I wonder how you feel about this.
Mm.
The fact that explanation in drama, in comedy, like they're explaining everything five times because we are the three device people. Like I found some television shows unwatchable because of the exposition.
Yeah, exposition is an actor's nightmare, right? But it is down to writing. I really hope I'm not offending any writers here. It's a really big thing in writing. If you can avoid clunky exposition, you're good.
But what do you do when we're living in a world where
It has to
a
be spelled
big
out.
streamer is saying you need to explain this three times before we move on to the next part, which is a thing that's happening.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's ways to do red herrings in storylines.
Mm.
I think there's ways to plant things. Sometimes bigger broadcasters just want something formulaic. They're like, give me the same, but brand new, you know?
Yeah.
So there's a formula to these things. It's tricky. It's tricky. I think some writers are amazing at what they do, but then they have their hands tied a little bit as well. There's so much back and forth, so you can't blame the writers either.
No.
Sometimes it comes down to an executive decision in a broadcaster, and they're not writers, They're
Yeah.
they're seeing it from something completely different. So, nah, I'm here, neither here nor there with it. I'm a bit like I understand behind the scenes process and how it all can go pear-shaped and why. Take it up with Netflix.
Take it up
Just
with
send, you're going to have to
Netflix.
send an email to Netflix and go, why did you do
Take it up with Netflix because they're all fighting for our attention. There's one that like I am such a pain in the hoop when people are like, "Have you seen that new Netflix show?" I'm like, "I was on Channel 4. That's a channel. That's a Channel 4 show from 8 years ago." I'm like, "No, oh, the BBC show that they've just bought.
that?
Oh, that it's not Netflix. It's not Netflix. They bought it in. They bought it in. They bought it in.
Oh,
That was
wow.
on the telly. You can watch that for free. You can watch that for free on the Channel 4 app.
You don't have to pay for it.
What?
You don't have
You
to pay for it.
don't have to pay for it. It's on the Channel 4 app. It's right there. You can watch it on Channel 4. You can watch it on Player. You can watch it on Play.
My friend Brendan Courtney, he always says to me, people think that they can be a radio or a TV presenter until they get in front of the camera and get in front of the mic. Everyone thinks they can do it until you get in front of the mic or the camera. And it's the same with acting. I've had so many people go, I think I'm gonna do a bit of acting.
Why
Fair play,
think that they could do that?
fair play. Sometimes you can, but how if there are presenters out there or aspiring presenters out there listening to this, which I've no doubt that they will be tuning into you, what would you laugh, but I'm serious. What would you say to them?
Be interested. It's not about you. Not one bit of presenting a television show is about you. It's about everybody else but you. It's about the cast. And I can be like, listen, it's early morning and I'm not good in the mornings. And I can be like, hi. And like, that's like, sometimes I have to shake myself and be like, guys, I'm so sorry if I was really abrupt there earlier on. I can feel it in myself. I'm so abrupt in text messages. And I had to adopt emojis, which I hate, to be like, I'm joking, I'm not being, hey, because I'm just a brick to my head. Like when I say my mother is a brick to my head, I am her. I'm like, that's what you're like. So soften up. Um, if someone, none of it is about you. It is not about you. Of
Mm.
course, there is a style of broadcasting that is about
Yeah,
the
you bring
person.
yes.
You bring something to it, but you are a presenter.
Mm.
I think the best in the game for me would be Claudia Winkleman at what she does,
She's great.
and obviously Graham. Like, listen, that it goes without saying, but
Mm.
for what she does on a television show, it's never about her. It's
Yeah.
never about her. Of course, it's the style, it's the fashion. Graham Norton, it's never about him.
Yeah.
Learn very little about him on that show. It's about his guests. It's about the people that you're talking to. Everyone has a story to tell. Every single person has a story to tell. Put your ego to the side. Main character energy is taking over the world. If it doesn't
Mm.
relate to me, why are you talking about it? That's got nothing
Oh,
to do with me. Why are you? It's driving me insane.
wow. Yeah.
Something doesn't have to be about you or relate to you for it to matter and for it to be an issue for someone else. I think we're losing our empathy. We're losing our community, the social contract. We're losing that this is more than about you. This is
Mm.
about every single person. And that really worries me in today's society, the egotism and the narcissism that we seem to be. It's just for
Cultivating almost, yeah.
it's just we have accepted it and we have run with it so much in the last 8 years. And it is because of the phone in our hand. That's not about me. I don't care. And if you don't care about something, you're gone, or you can say, like, it's
Mm.
always like, even under things of who cares, under comments under article. Well,
Mm.
someone cares. Just
Mm.
because you don't, scroll on by. It's got nothing to
Mm.
do with you, but just realize there's someone in the world that does matter to. And that's one thing I would say for anyone who wants to get into this game, whether it is in the new mediums or in the older mediums. It's not
Mm.
about you.
Mm. That is amazing. I love that. And I love the way when you reference scrolling on social media and that everything is tailored to you. So it's like the spoiled child syndrome almost. It's like the definition of emotionally immature is, asking the question, well, how does this relate to me? Except, rather than relating to other people.
It's also, I think we need to realize that we are being manipulated.
Mm.
So the videos that are being sent based on gender, you're getting different things.
Yeah.
And based on gender, your top comments are different. I was watching a woman one day and she said, so this is the same video. And it was about, a sexist incident, rape. It was about someone who'd been raped and it was proven that she had been raped. And then it was the comments afterwards. And she goes, so these are the comments I'm getting. And then she showed her boyfriend's phone and the comments he was getting under the same video. And there were different comments
No.
being pushed towards him than being pushed towards her.
Oh
And
my goodness.
guys, it's a lot of manipulation. There's a huge amount of
Mm.
manipulation and it's getting worse and worse. And that's why I am very happy that we still have a traditional media
Hmm.
in Europe that does have rules and regulations about balance.
Mm.
I'm very happy about that. But there's also like some people will be like, well, that isn't balanced. So, like, say if you did something about climate, they're like, that's, it's not, it's like, no, no, no. Climate change has been proven to be a fact by science. Science has proven this. There is no side. It's not a debate.
Mm, mm, mm.
Stop. It's not a debate. When you're talking about science, it's not a debate. So that would be one thing. But I really do think people need to watch some manipulation on
Mm.
social media, and we
Yeah,
don't know
it's full
it.
on.
Yeah, it's full on. A friend of mine has made it his mission to know what's going on with his children online, and they're openly showing him, and he's terrified. Like
Yeah,
he's read everything. He's read all the books. He's read what they're doing to get your kids at an early age, and he's opened up my eyes to an awful lot of things. It's fascinating, and
terrifying. Yeah, it is. It is terrifying. Definitely. It's something I hope that they bring in that ban for social media for up until 16-year-olds, I really, or to ban them social media until they're 16 rather, sorry.
yeah.
It looks like they will. I hope that they'll bring it in at some point, but how do you even protect them from other things, I'm sure.
Yeah, see, and then the arguments of, well, then you're sending them out into the world and they're not ready for the world they're about to be. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know, because I think once you engage with them in this world and not the social world, they'll be ready no matter what. And it's about community and social engagement outside of your phone. So.
Yes, it
Mm,
really is. Like it's so interesting. My niece, when she was in transition year, they went off camping for a week,
mm,
up to recess. And the phones, they weren't allowed to bring their phones. And
brilliant.
there was a central hub where parents could get in contact, like we used to back in the
Yeah.
day. And she came home and she was like, oh my God, we've never gotten along as well as a year. Like
Yeah.
the 4 years I've known these people, they really bonded because they didn't have their phones. And
Yeah.
it's a small, and I don't want to preach and be evangelical about it. I am addicted to my goddamn phone.
Oh, same. I mean, like we're
Yeah.
hands up, but
Hands
we
up.
still have to acknowledge it. Yeah.
Yeah. It was
Mm.
just really nice. She felt so, she came back with a big smile on her face. They
Mm.
felt, she was like, oh, it was amazing.
Connected. It's about connection. That's what it's
Yeah,
about.
and it
Connection
was
and
very much like,
community.
was that what it was like for you in the olden days?
And you're like, yes,
You
it
little
was.
shit.
That
Yes,
and
it
naggins
was.
of vodka, but we won't go there.
We won't go there.
Giving yourself alcohol poisoning in the field and telling your parents the next day everything
Yeah.
was fine and that you had a
One thing
sleepover.
it's
You had frostbite. You're fine.
the one thing social media has stopped is young ones drinking because
Yes,
they're like, I can't. What if that goes online? There has been a good
100%.
thing.
That's
There,
the only positive thing,
that's
even
the
though I think
positive.
that they had to learn that as well. I mean, look at us, we're fine, right?
We're fine
We're
just
fine.
because we drank donkey's bollockses when we were younger. It's grand. What did you call it
Yeah,
when you
donkey's
mix
bollocks. Yeah, yeah,
donkey's
yeah, yeah,
bollocks? Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh my God, the thought of it just gives me a
You
banging headache.
What we'd mix in contour bottles of Coke.
Going up into some field, getting like frostbite.
Stopping
Yeah.
the jeans, the boot cut jeans, dragging along the grounds, wet all the way up to our knees.
Oh my God. I remember climbing into someone's car one night because I had drank so much the car was left open as well. Actually, those days nobody was locking their car. I slept in the back of someone's car for
You
like,
did.
I did. Well, I didn't sleep the whole night, but I slept for a couple of hours in the back of someone's car, and they actually came back to their car, and I just went. It was this thing. It was this thing that happens down in in Crosshaven in Cork, it's called Ford Week. So it's a big boozy thing, like where all these sailors come down. We used to go down and it was just carnage. I don't know what it's like now. I haven't been there since I was about 16, but I actually just unlocked someone's car and slept in it for a couple of hours.
When they came back to the car and you were like,
And
sorry.
I was like, "Yeah, just having a nap there, like grand." They were going back in drinking. They didn't care. I don't even know who it was.
That is incredible. I love it. I absolutely love that.
Oh, God be with the days.
Different times.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so good. Was it comfortable?
Oh, it was a luxury vehicle. It was leather
Oh my
seats. I
God.
remember that. I remember the leather seats. I didn't get sick in the car. I got out of the car to get sick.
Oh, you didn't get sick.
No,
Even
I
if you
got.
had
Oh no,
wipeable.
yeah, I opened the door to get sick. I got sick out of it, but I didn't get sick in it.
You are classy on every. Now, you can learn lessons, young ones, learning lessons on how to go bush drinking.
Oh, they've lost the art of it, haven't they? Really?
We have lost the art.
Mornings. You're talking about mornings a while ago, and obviously you're up so early, and mornings
Mm.
are your bread and butter. What does a morning off camera, like outside of work, look like for you when you're not working?
Oh, when I'm not working, I'm asleep.
Yeah.
I don't. I do not appreciate. I'm not up with the lark. I am not one of Varadkar's people. Get up early for the people who get up early in the morning. No, no.
What time do you get up for work?
So I've been quite good this year and been active. So it's kind of I want to be up and out of the bed before 4. And then I try to listen to like 3 or 4 podcasts as I'm getting ready. So
Get
I'll
yourself
listen to them
going.
on
Yeah.
1.5 speed and just be like, okay, so what's happening? What's going on?
Yeah.
And then try to get some papers read. Like get into the office. I'll either do it at home or get into work. It's nice to get into work for like 5, so you're kind of can settle.
Yeah.
Um,
And what time are you on
and
air for then?
7.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
My
But
goodness.
I was crap this morning, and there's some days you're just in a complete jocker.
Yeah.
Like
It's life.
yeah, like you have a few glasses on a Saturday. It's taking me until Tuesday these days.
Yeah.
So but I just feel much more prepared. I
Mm.
feel happier if I'm up early, and I don't have it's not a proper job, lads. Do you know, it's not like I'm not coming home to children to have to feed loads of kids and do the school runs and do all that kind of stuff. I'm pretty good. It's I feel I hate I love my job,
Mm.
and it getting up early a few days a week, it's no big deal. And then outside of that, I just sleep.
Good for you. So your morning, like, what does your morning ritual look like? What brings you joy outside of work now? Two different questions, really. Morning rituals and joy, but
I don't have any morning rituals. I don't get up. Like, I'm not joking. I don't, he'll be, are you getting up today? I'll be like, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll be sitting there reading. Um, I got a bed. That's my favorite thing. We went on holidays and I was like, I just want to go home to my bed. And he
love
was like, this
bed.
was a massive, like, if I could just to anyone, like as an insomniac who'd be never wanted to go to bed because there's no point because you can't sleep in it.
Mm.
Now, even if I can't sleep, I just want to be in bed.
I
It's
love bed so much.
Oh my God. I think it goes back to having, so I was a complete accident and it was kind of like, oh God, there's another one. And literally they got our neighbor to knock a bed together to shove it into my sister's room in the attic. And the mattress, which I realized it wasn't a mattress, it was this big. It was like a roll-up thing from the 1800s. I may as well just put some straw
Horsehair.
down
Yeah,
and have me
horsehair.
curl up in the bloody corner. So I never slept when I was younger. I never went to bed. I hated that bed. And I actually think it has a lot to do with my sleep issues.
Yeah.
So I swear to God, this bed, it's the first nice bed I've ever had. It's incredible.
There's nothing better. I find bed is where I regulate my nervous system. If I'm feeling like, oh, Jesus, I don't know, I'm a bit wobbly. And if I have a half an hour, even if it's a half an hour, I go, I gotta get a cup of tea. And I'm just going to sit in bed.
In bed.
And it just does me. I don't have an armchair where I sit. It's bed.
It's bed.
Because there's kids and cats and dogs all over the house and there's just stuff everywhere. So I'm like, no, bed is my sanctuary. Nobody's allowed in here. Maybe the cat every now and then, but
I was just about to say, what if you were in bed with a cup of tea and the cat came in? Like, is that
I love that. The cat's welcome.
like
Both cats are welcome.
They're just going to look at you and be like, I like your vibe. This is excellent. I'm just going to snuggle up here, not bother you. Do a bit of purring, which will make
Yes.
your system, your regulation.
Co-regulation with me and the cat. Oh,
Oh my God.
that's a dream. And a bar of chocolate,
Oh,
you know.
the best day.
Yeah, that is
Best
the best
day. A
day.
good book. I'll throw in a good book.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Although if I start reading, I'll just fall asleep.
oh, that's amazing. That's
5 minutes
super.
and I'm like, oh, gone, gone, gone. Oh, I have to try and stay awake. Yeah.
That's a superpower. Like,
You think?
yeah, I'd love that. Like, yeah,
So,
I would.
so sleep's an issue for you?
Yeah, can't sleep.
Oh,
No,
man,
so
I
I've
can't stay
started.
awake. I can't stay awake. Sorry.
I've lived with two of my best friends. I basically call them Cat One and Cat Two because they can sleep anywhere at any time
Yeah.
with like anything. 3 cups of coffee, just Laura, the cat, asleep, and she'll curl up like a cat and she's gone. I'm like, how the hell are you doing this?
Wow.
I've never been able to sleep. I've always been, for as long as I can remember, I never went to bed when I was a child. I've never been able to sleep now. I do. I take everything. And you know, when you can't sleep, everyone has lots of opinions. I'm like,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
are you doing the magnesium?
Oh, yeah, I
Are
was
you
going to ask you. I was going to
Are
ask
you
you.
doing the magne? I'm full of magnesium. I'm full of melatonin, the good stuff. I get the American stuff.
Wow.
I'm full of like you name it, I've done
Bit of
it.
night all over the counter.
Nitol.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
done the harder stuff as well.
Oh,
Proper
just.
proper pills.
Wow.
You know, I really want to talk to because I know you had her on Anne-Marie Boyan and
Oh,
every
yeah.
doctor I talk to and they'd be like, oh no, you need to get off those pills. You need to get off those. You can't be doing sleeping pills.
Yeah, they're a bit hairy.
Yeah.
You need them every now and then, I think. Whatever you would, don't suffer. I would always say don't suffer.
I just
But
think it's
long term,
but
there has to be a better, something better.
but I just like I was going insane. Like I
Yeah.
genuinely think I was losing my mind when I wasn't sleeping.
Yeah, I could
Then
see.
when I
Yeah.
started the new job, I was on an hour and a half, 2 hours. I was like, I
Oh,
can't do
no,
this. It was
no.
it was
That's,
it was a year of being like, what the hell?
oh my
Now I'm
God.
doing like the exercise, trying to get everything, and recently started the Kiwis.
Kiwis? Educate me. Tell me.
New thing and a new scientific study.
Oh,
It is
go
a new
on.
scientific study that they have found that kiwis so good for fiber, good for regulation, all that kind of stuff.
Mm.
2 kiwis an hour before bed with the skin on. Wash them. You can go with the golden ones if you want, but they're not as nutritious as the other ones. Good for sleep.
Get away. I would even make it up the stairs if I had two Kiwis before.
Good two kiwis. You'll be gone.
Wow.
You'll be cat in the corner.
Uh,
So I've been doing it for about 2 weeks now, and I've definitely noticed a difference.
wow.
Yeah, it's normally
Just-
I'd be like, I'd have taken all the magnesium, the nitol, like everything would be in. I'd have it all in and
Oh,
it'd
yeah.
still be an hour and a half, but I'd get to sleep. Whereas these, I'm dropping off.
The formula. The formula, if I'm really stuck, is also a magnesium bath. You know, magnesium salt flakes into the bath.
Look at her with her bath. Look at this, someone in
I'm
Ireland.
telling
Have
you.
a bath.
Oh, I love a bath. A
Oh my
bath in bed, hot bath,
God.
magnesium flakes, bit of lavender into it, then a bit of ground body balm. Oh, I love the ground body balm, the sleep balm, down with the herbal tea, 2 magnesium, not the one, the 2, and then I'm
Hard stuff.
gone. That's it. I'm gone.
Hard stuff.
Double dropping
That's it.
magnesium. That's it.
We're hardcore. It's a long way from falling asleep in strangers' cars, isn't it?
Isn't it? God bless it. God bless the days.
If I'd known when I was 16, I would have been talking, all I thought would have been talking about is, lads, have you tried the kiwis? Have you tried the magnesium? What's going on there?
I used to spend my money on nights out and fun and clothes. Now it's supplements. I will spend any amount on supplements. I don't care. Like whatever makes me feel good, that's fine.
Why am I such a sucker for them? It's
Yeah,
a thing that
me
happens
too.
as you get older. All of a sudden, it's like, why aren't you on 27 supplements?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then my mouth started going insane. Metallic taste because of
Oh,
supplements.
oh, the liver. That's an overloaded liver.
Yes. So I stopped with the supplements and the mouth went back to normal. And then I've started back up there because they were like, no, you need to take some of the supplements. And I'm like, okay, what's going on? Like
Oh my
lashing them
God.
into me.
Yeah.
And then, you wake, first thing in the morning when you do your ablutions after your supplements or your drinks or whatever. And you're like, what radioactive crap is coming out of me? Because
Yeah.
that color doesn't look right.
Oh yeah, that'll be all the B12s and all that kind of stuff that makes you luminous. Yeah, 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 yeah. Sometimes I'm a bit like, whoa, oh yeah, that's
They,
fine. I took something. Yeah.
they didn't warn me about that the very first day. No
Oh,
one says, by the way,
It's
your
going to look
toilet
green.
bowl is gonna look like you work in the nuclear power plant in Springfield.
Yeah.
Just be aware. And I was like, what is wrong with what's happening? And I was like, for a few, I was like, what's wrong with me? And then someone was like, oh, it's just yourself. I was like, oh, so let
Yeah.
people know that that's going to happen to them.
Yeah, green toilet
Yeah.
water.
So nice.
We're coming to the end. I'm loving this chat. We should just go off air and keep chatting. Um,
Well, Hillary, to be fair, had to like guide me to make it so that we could hear each other because I'm so stupid. To be fair, I can't even work a computer.
a tech setup when you're not doing it every day is tricky. Let's give you the credit here. It's
I
tricky.
I know, but look at your lovely clear picture, and I look like I'm from 19 beaming in from 1984.
I love it.
Fab.
It's a vibe.
I love it. Like,
If you could go back and whisper in young Muireann's ear
mm,
at the start of your career, what would you say to her?
stop caring what people think.
Oh, yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Mm. I. It's a really weird aphorism, isn't it? Like, don't care what, because of course you have to care what people think because
Yep.
that's how you get work. That's how you get jobs. It's for every single one of us.
Mm.
But you're not going to be everyone's cup of tea.
Mm.
And in whatever job that you're in, and like, what's the name of Mindy Kaling's book? You know, where it's everyone's having fun without me. All my like,
Oh,
essentially everyone's like all of her friends are having fun and she's never invited. I think everyone feels like that. Everyone feels
mm.
that. Not everyone. Sorry, some people. Some of us feel that. Oh Jesus, everyone. Oh God, this is awful. Oh God, I'm doing everything wrong. Oh God, this is awful. It's such a waste of time and energy. It's naturally there. It would be lovely if it wasn't. I do think it affects an awful lot of women. I really do
Yeah.
think it
Yeah.
affects an awful lot of women to be like, oh, I'm not very palatable.
Yeah.
Isn't that
How and
weird?
where do I fit in? Mm.
Yeah, that would have been because there was something pushed about people don't like women on the radio. That was one thing that we had always been told, and it was a study, and it was done, and it was a thing that was taught in college courses. People I know, journalists that I know, were taught this in college courses, and one of them, being a journalist, went off to try to find this study. And it was complete and utter BS. It's just something that a man said who was running the course back in the 60s, I think it was. And it was like taken as though it was a thing that had actually been
Oh my
quantified.
goodness. They don't like being told what to do by women, and that's what it sounds like on the radio. Probably.
Yeah, there's a lot. But isn't that where the beauty of it comes?
Mm.
Because I just love radio. I just think I just think it's great. And I like
Mm.
having the company. I love a bit of company. And knowing what other people are talking about, that's
Mm.
where it comes through in the radio.
Mm.
And I think that you need everyone involved in it. You need to hear everyone's voice
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
make you feel part of a community.
Mm. Are you ready for the Live Wild quickfire round?
I am.
Okay.
I am ready for this.
This is
I think I'm going to disappoint you.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. This is Muireann O'Connell's Live Wild quickfire round.
Uh,
Do you believe in magic?
no.
It's okay.
Sorry.
What? It's okay. That's where you felt you were going to disappoint me. There's a few
Yeah.
people who've said it. I'm totally cool with it. Just because it's my vibe, it doesn't have to be everyone's vibe.
I know, but I was like, can I start believing in magic? 2 days.
Do you know what? Who was it? I think it was Joanne McNally when I chatted to her ages ago. She said, magic, like, are you talking about like rabbit in a hat magic? I was like, no, Joanne. She's like, then no. I was like, fair enough. I always loved that response.
Like, what? What?
Yeah, like, no.
Oh, God bless her.
Just about do rabbit in a hat magic. She
Yeah.
believed that, but she won't believe the other stuff. Muireann, what do you stand for?
Sorry. Fairness.
Lovely. I like that. If you could distill yourself down to an essence, what would that essence be?
Oh, gee, a hydrangea.
Oh,
That's an essence.
love an old hydrangea.
They can be dried out and they're still going. Fair
I was
play to them hydrangeas.
going to say they last forever. And they still look beautiful. There you go.
Dried up old fuckers. Look at that. Look at that one over there. There's the sponge. You're gone. Where is she?
Oh, there. See? Elegant. Elegant.
She's been going for months now. I love her.
What's the one thing you do every day that helps you live wild and free?
Drink tea.
Drink tea and take a rest.
I hadn't thought of it. Oh, read.
There you go.
Read different people's perspectives on things. Read.
Beautiful.
Would be my thing.
Love it. Muireann.
It's way worse than that. I've listened to that all the time. It's way worse. I was like, I'm going to know what to say when that comes up. I know this podcast. Jesus. It's different when you're put in the spot.
There you go. I don't even know what I would say, actually. I would never ask myself that question. What's the one thing that I'm going to interview myself now. I'm making it about me. It's the number one rule you said not to do. We'll do it off air.
It is about you. It's your podcast. And to be fair, you've got such a bitchin' photo on the podcast. Your side it's so like, oh my God, I love it.
Thanks.
Yeah, you look looking badass in that. I
Thanks.
love that picture.
That was a while ago. I feel a bit like, yeah, wouldn't mind.
I know, but I also feel like you could go on, SAS. Hooters win, like with that. I think you could do anything with that.
Oh.
With that picture, I'm like, yeah.
I've kept it. Even though it's a couple of years ago, I'm like, I'm going to keep that one. As long as I can get away with that one, I'll keep it.
That's a great, I wouldn't be getting rid of that one now. I'd never get rid of that one. That's a good one now. I do look like that. What are you talking about?
The jumpsuit's unvinted though. I will say that.
The jumpsuit's gone.
It's unvinted. It's not gone yet.
Guys, everyone look at the photo. Everyone look at the photo. That jumpsuit could be yours.
The green jumpsuit.
It's so good. It's so good. I know. ICE have kind of ruined the green jumpsuit for you though.
Who have?
ICE in America.
Are they in green jumpsuits?
They're wearing a lot of army green. Yeah, a lot of Gestapo feelings going on there.
Didn't know that. They don't have the soft hair to match though. They're all covered up.
They don't have the excellent hair. Such good hair. They must have go, look at your vintage now. That's a lovely old jumpsuit.
There you Good on you. Good on you. You're a tall guy. And you're in your supermodel phase. Like I keep saying it to you.
Oh, that's a pair of heels, the belt. Done.
I love it.
Yeah. I can't wear a jumpsuit these days. Everyone just thinks it's like, why are you trying to be Joanne? She's just taken over the jumpsuit effect. Nobody else can nail it quite like her. No, like at this stage, I'm kind of looking at Ghostbusters going, why are you trying to look like John McNally?
Yeah. The pink jumpsuit. She just rocks it.
Good. So good. So good.
Yeah.
That's my doorbell. So sorry.
No, it's all right. Well, perfect timing. Saved by the bell. Muireann. It's been beautiful. I knew this would be a gorgeous chat. Thank you.
I had so much fun. Thank you so much for talking to me and talking me through my tech issues.
Anytime. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Live Wild. If you enjoyed our conversation, make sure to follow the show and share it with someone who might need it today. And if you'd like to go deeper, you'll find all my work for now on Instagram @TheHillaryRose and on my LinkedIn page, with links to both in the show notes, from keynote speaking and corporate facilitation to one-to-one consultations. You can also find details on upcoming events, workshops, and everything happening in the Live Wild community. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only and is not a substitute for professional, medical, or therapeutic advice. Thank you for being part of this community. Stay curious, stay courageous, and as always, live wild.